Welcome back to Best Bets Week 8. I'm Matt O'Leary, joined by Joe Manniello of Newsday. Joe, how you doing today?
Good, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It was a tough week for both of us last week. We both went 1-4, which brings my record to 14-21 and Joe's to 21-14. Tough week, Joe, for both of us. Not great.
Yeah, a lot of tough games, and it's okay. It's only 1 week. We'll bounce back this week.
Absolutely. So with that, let's get started. We'll start with the Jets and the Jaguars. The spread in this game is 5.5. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I like the Jets getting 5.5. The line was about 4.5 before Monday night's disaster against the Patriots. So I think you're getting a little bit of value with the extra 1.5. I don't know if the Jets are going to win because who knows? I mean, they played so great against Dallas, and then to see what happened Monday night was just hard to believe. I mean, the whole Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. He's not going to be seeing ghosts against the Jaguars. They have a good defense, but they're not a great defense, and they were barely beating Cincinnati last week before they pulled away in the fourth quarter. So I always like to take a team after they're embarrassed on national TV the way the Jets were. I think they'll come out. I think a lot of pride will factor into it, and I think Darnold will have a much better game. I think the defense will play better. So I like the Jets getting 5.5. So Jets plus 5.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I know the Jets look terrible on Monday night, but the Jaguars and the Patriots are not even in the same league in terms of, how good the Patriots defense is and Bill Belichick, how well they're coached. I expect Sam Darnold to bounce back. And I don't know if the Jets win this game, but I think they keep it close. Maybe it's a field goal difference at the end of the day. Would I be stunned if the Jets won? I guess probably not, but I feel pretty confident that the Jaguars aren't going to win by 6 points, so I agree. Give me the Jets 5.5. All right, how about with the Giants and the Lions? The Lions are favored by 7 this week. Who do you like?
Same kind of situation. I think that's way too many points. Giants have looked bad. They lost 3 in a row, and I get if you don't want to back them, but to me, this is a lot of points against the Lions team that always plays close games. The first 6 weeks, they had a tie. They won 2 games by 3, lost 1 by 4, and then the Monday night game in Green Bay lost by 1. Last week, they lost by 12 against Minnesota, but it was 21-21, 28-24. They're always playing close games. They do not blow teams out. And then this week, they placed Kerryon Johnson, the top running back, on IR, and then they traded the safety Diggs, and a bunch of players took to Twitter and were like calling it out, saying it was an awful trade. I mean, that's not a good sign for the clubhouse. So you got to question how locked in they're going to be focus-wise when one of their good friends and top players just got traded. So I think that all favors the Giants. I think off a bad loss, I think they'll have some room against the beatable defense. Barkley should have a nice game on the turf, and I'm hoping Daniel Jones plays better. And as long as Shermer doesn't, mess it up, I think 7 points is a lot of points. So it's one of my top picks of the week, actually. So Giants plus 7, as was the Jets. I think both of them are getting too many points, and I think both of them are good plays. So Giants plus 7 for me.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Lions. I think you made a lot of good points, but for me, the difference in this game is going to be Matt Stafford. I think he's going to be putting up a ton of points against that Giants defense, who really tends to struggle against teams that could throw the ball really well. And I just am not sure that Daniel Jones is ready to keep pace with what the Lions are going to be able to put up points-wise. So I think they win by at least a touchdown. I think you're looking at more of like a 10 to 14 point win for the Lions. So I know it's a little bit riskier with the point spread being 7, but I like the Lions this week.
I agree. Stafford's going to have a big game. The Giants' defense isn't that great, but like I said, they just don't beat teams by that many points. So I just don't see how they're going to all of a sudden, win by 14 points when they haven't done it all year. And Stafford, he's always involved in these close games. He's such a good quarterback, and maybe it's just the curse of the Lions or something. But I feel like they never blow anybody out. So I'd be surprised if they win by 10.
Okay, and how about we got to get to the game of the week, which is going to be the Panthers and the 49ers. The Niners are favored by 5.5 this week. Who do you like in that game, Joe?
Yeah, I like the 49ers a lot. They're one of my top plays this year. I've been picking them almost basically every week. Their defense is so good. And people say the Patriots have the best defense, but they haven't played anyone. I mean, the Niners haven't played a ton of great teams, but they did hold the Rams to 7 points. They held the Browns to 3 points. They're not allowing any points. And Their pass rush is amazing with the young guys, Bosa and Buckner, and they got D Ford. The defensive coordinator is one of the funniest coaches in the league. He's so animated on the sidelines. Robert Saleh, and Kyle Shanahan's doing a great job. I just don't see Kyle Allen. He's 4-0 as a starter, but he hasn't played a defense like this, so I think it's a tough assignment for him at San Francisco. They are off a bye, which helps, but I think the Niners will stop McCaffrey in the run game and put it all on Allen, and I just don't see him making enough throws. The Panthers have a good defense too, and the Niners' offense has struggled, so I think it's going to be a close game, kind of like a 20-13, 17-10 kind of game. So the 5.5 is a little high. Could be a 3-point game because both offenses have struggled, but the Niners did just add Emmanuel Sanders in a trade from the Broncos, which helps. So I'll lay the 5.5, and I see like a 17-10 kind of game, 49ers.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going with the 49ers. I just really like what they've been doing, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It really hasn't been all on Jimmy G. He actually has kind of been fairly mediocre, but it's not like they even really need him to put up monster numbers for them to win. Like we just saw, obviously it was in a sloppy rain game, but they won a game 9-0. I think this is a game that's going to be on the lower scoring side, but I think that the 49ers are just a way more talented team. I like what the Panthers are doing with, Cam Newton injured and stuff like that. They've been actually a better team, but I like the 49ers this week. I think they win by at least a touchdown.
Yep.
All right, Joe, how about a best bet of this week? Who do you like?
All right, well, I thought about the Niners, but then I questioned it because the spread, it's a little bit of a weird spread. Those 4, 5, 6 spreads can be tricky sometimes. So then I just thought to myself, why, just go with what's been working. So last week I took the Rams at Atlanta, and they crushed them. And that was like my favorite pick of the year, as I told you, and one of the few I got right last week. So I'm going to go right back to it and pick against the Falcons again. Seahawks, I think it's -3.5. It could even be 3. You can check. It's 3 or 3.5. Seahawks at Atlanta. Matt Ryan's hurt. Doesn't look like he's going to play. The defense can't stop anyone. And now they get a Seahawks team off its worst loss of the year at home against Baltimore. I think Pete Carroll's team, Russell Wilson, they come in motivated, win that game easily. It's game over by third quarter. So Seattle -3 to 3.5. Best bet.
I like that pick a lot, Joe. This one opened up at 3.5, but now the line is 3 from what I'm seeing. So
perfect, even better.
So there you go, Seahawks -3. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna go with the Packers on the road -4.5 against the Chiefs.
I thought you might take that. Yeah, that's a good one.
I just don't. I think the Chiefs with Matt Moore at quarterback are just not going to be able to keep pace with the Packers. The Green Bay should be able to put up a ton of points offensively. The Chiefs defense just gives up yards like it's going out of style. So I really like them to put up a ton of points, and I just don't see the Chiefs offense without Pat Mahomes being able to keep pace.
I agree. It's not easy to win the Arrowhead, but yeah, I agree. I don't see how they're not going to win by a touchdown.
How about an upset this week, Joe?
Yeah, I mentioned it before. I think I like the Jets and Giants as far as the getting the points. Those are probably my 2 top underdogs, but we already picked those games. So I went with them last week, and it turned out to be a loss. But I'm going to go back with them again. The Raiders, and basically the same spread, 6.5 at Houston. Now, people who didn't watch Red Zone or follow those games, the Raiders lost 42-24. So if you look at that score, you say, oh, wow, the Packers blew them out. And technically they did in the second half. But that game totally changed on one play. It was 14-10, Green Bay. Raiders had the ball inside the 5. Derek Carr fumbled at the goal line and had that silly touchback fumble rule.
Yep.
So if they had scored there, go up 17-14. Instead, the Packers, of course, go right down, score 21-10, get the ball to start the second half, 28-10, the game's over. I think the Raiders are better than that, much improved team. I think Gruden will have them ready against the Texans team that, while it's good, we've talked about this before, they always play close games. The Texans normally don't blow teams out. They crushed the Falcons, but even that game was close in the third quarter. So I think the Raiders will show up. I think they might even win the game. So getting 6.5 seems like a lot. So I'll take the Raiders plus 6.5 at Houston.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. And like you said, the Houston Texans seem to play teams really close. And that Raiders and Packers game should have been a lot closer than what the final score dictated. For me, I can't believe I'm doing it, Joe. I'm going back to the wagon, though. Chargers +4 against the Bears. I really don't like what I'm seeing out of this Bears team. And I think it's going to be a field goal game either way. So I don't like the 4 points. So I guess give me the Chargers +4. I can't, again, like I said, I can't believe I'm doing it to myself again this week, but here I am picking them for an upset.
You took them last week?
Whenever they played, when did they play Tennessee? Was that last week or the week before?
Yeah, but I don't think you took them in this segment, though, no?
No, not in this segment, but just overall betting wise.
Yeah, it's just, I agree. I mean, at first I was going to take the Bears because I just hate picking the Chargers, and I picked against them mostly all year, and it always works. But yeah, what you said is perfect. It's just that the Bears, you can't trust the offense. If it was 2.5, maybe I take Chicago, but anything over 3, it's hard to trust them right now, and they have some injuries, and you just hope the Chargers don't find a new way to lose, which they seem to do every week.
Yeah, that's a great point. They seem to just find ways to lose, but I'm going to go back to the wagon one more time and hope for the best.
I think that's a good pick.
All right, so just to do a quick recap, we are both on the Jets +5.5. I am on the Lions -7. Joe is on the Giants +7. We are both on the 49ers -5.5. My best bet is the Packers -4.5. Joe's is Seattle -3. For my upset, I'm going with the Chargers +4, and Joe's is the Raiders +6.5. So hopefully we have a little bit better luck this week, Joe, because last week, like I said, real struggle.
Yeah, tough week.
Thank you so much for coming on, as always.
Talk to you next week.
All right, I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, man.